Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to be making some steam fish, and these are the vegetables that I'm going to be using in my steam fish. So I've got carrots, okra, spring onion, garlic, thyme. I've got some pumpkin, some Irish potato over here, and I've got bell peppers and onion. And right in the middle there, that's a sweet potato, the white one. So I'm going to show you guys how I do my fish. So I have to wash my fish, and I've chopped all my vegetables as you can see, and I've got my seasons at the side where I'm going to be putting in my fish. So wash your fish with water and vinegar, clean it, use paper towel to dry it and pat it. So I've got my season here. I've got 1 tablespoon of all-purpose season, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of salt, and I'm adding 1 tablespoon of dry thyme. So go ahead and incorporate all that together. Make sure you combine it very well to add it to your fish. So incorporate your seasoning, and now I'm gonna show you how I add the seasoning to the fish. Also, as you can see that I've cut my fish at the side, but you can cut it or you don't have to cut it. That's just an option, but I would advise you to cut it so you can put the seasoning between it, so it gets soaked into the fish. So as you can see, I am adding my seasoning to my fish like so. So make sure you season your fish well. So go ahead and get all that seasoning on your fish, and just make sure you get it seasoned very well. And you're going to leave it to marinate for about half an hour. It takes seasoning very easily and quick, so half an hour is fine. Now I'm going to show you guys how I steam my fish. So I've got 1 tablespoon of oil in my pan, and now I'm putting some chopped onions in there. So go ahead, put your chopped onion in, and I've got some scallion as well, or spring onion if you want to call it that, and put it in your pan. So just let this saute for about 1 or 2 minutes before you add the rest of the vegetables. So give it a good stir and let it saute for a little. Now I'm gonna add my garlic. As you can see, I didn't really chop my garlic. I just mashed them, if you want to call it mash, but yeah, I didn't really chop them. So saute your onions and your scallion and your garlic for about 1 or 2 minutes, and after I'm gonna add some bell pepper. So add your bell pepper in and give it a stir and let it saute as well for about a minute or 2. So as you can see, I'm giving my vegetable a stir. So make sure that you do this part properly. Now I am gonna add carrots and Irish potato, and I'm gonna do the same. So guys, when you're cooking your steam fish, just add your vegetables bit by bit and let them saute bit by bit. Just don't add everything in the pan at once. Make sure you do it step by step, and that's how you get your vegetable sauteing nicely. Now I am gonna add some pumpkin. So guys, you need to chop your pumpkin about medium size. Don't chop it too small, because pumpkin cook easily and it's very easy to mash that. So make sure that you cut it medium size. And as you can see, I'm adding water to my pan. So add your water and leave your vegetables to steam for about 5 minutes, not more than 5 minutes, because you don't want it to cook too much. So leave it for about 5 minutes. Now I am adding some cock soup. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but if you go to any Caribbean shop, or even in Asda in the Caribbean section, you can go there and you will see it. It's called cock soup. That's what's written on the packet. That's what I'm using in my steam fish today. So I add 1 packet of cock soup, and now I'm adding some coconut milk. So 2 tablespoons of coconut milk should be fine. You can add more if you want to, but I would advise to just use 2 tablespoons of coconut milk. So put your coconut milk in and incorporate everything together. Look how delicious that looks, guys. And the fish is not even in there yet. So I'm adding my sweet potato now to my pan. And there you go. I've added all my sweet potato. I'm adding a little bit more water. All you need to do is just put water to cover your vegetable, and that should be fine. So now I am gonna add my fish. So I'm making way for my fish because, as you can see, I've got lots of vegetable. The idea of steaming fish this way is to just eat the fish and the vegetable with no other sides. So that's the main reason why I've got all these nice vegetables in my fish. So go ahead, put your fish in your pan, make way for it. My pan is not so big, so I have to be making way for it, but if you've got a bigger pot at home, you can use that. So put your fish in, make way for it, and then you can put your vegetable over your fish. You want to put your fish last in your pot because you don't want your fish to over steam, because fish steam very quick. You don't want it to overcook, so you have to put it last. So put all your vegetables first, as you see I do in the video, and then you put your steamed fish after. I'm gonna put some okra as well right now. So guys, I don't want to put the okra when I put the vegetables because I don't want it to be too soft, and you need a little bit of crunch when you're eating your steamed fish. So I always try to put my okra last when I am doing my steamed fish. So put your okra, cover your pan, let it steam for about 7 minutes, and this is how it looks. Now I am going to add 1 tablespoon of all-purpose seasoning just to burst that flavor. Yeah, so add 1 tablespoon of all-purpose seasoning and incorporate it into your fish. So as you can see, I'm carefully doing this because I don't want my fish to break apart or anything. So go ahead and incorporate your seasoning on your fish. And guys, look how delicious that looks. Make sure you try this recipe and comment below and tell me what you think. So I'm adding some bami right now. You can get this in any Caribbean shop as well. So add your bami. These are mini bamis. I decided to buy the mini ones because I never wanted to buy the bigger one. They've got the big one, but I bought the mini one. Yeah, so go ahead, put your bami in your pan and cover it for about 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, you're gonna turn your bami to the other side so it can be soaked as well. And now I'm adding some thyme. I love to cook with fresh thyme. Even though I put some dry thyme, I love the flavor of fresh thyme. So add your fresh thyme. Here you don't need to leave it for long because you will get the flavor once you cover it and it's steamed. So now I'm going to turn my bami so that the other side can be steamed as well. So go ahead, turn your bamis and let it steam. And at this stage, guys, you don't need to steam it for a long time, no more than 5 minutes. After you add your bami to steam, cover it again and let it steam. I'm adding a Scotch bonnet pepper. I did not cut my Scotch bonnet pepper because I don't like pepper. So if you like pepper, you can cut it so that the flavor will go into your fish more. Just cover it, leave it for 5 minutes, and this is how your steamed fish look after 5 minutes. And at this point, it's all done. Look how delicious that looks. So your fish and your vegetables should be cooked in 15 to 20 minutes, no longer, because you don't want to overcook the fish or overcook the vegetables that you've got in your steamed fish. So 15 to 20 minutes and your fish will be done. And this is how it looks, so delicious and succulent. So now I am taking off those fresh thyme that I have put on my steamed fish, and I'm gonna throw it away. Just bin that because you don't need that, you just needed it for the flavor. So take your fresh thymes out and put it in the bin, throw it away. And I'm gonna show you guys how I served up my fish. So I'm serving my fish now. I did a little garnish, you know, just to make the plate look a little bit pretty. So I'm gonna put my fish in my plate now. Don't mind those drip bits, you can always wipe that off when you finish. So there you go, that's the fish, and I'm adding the vegetable. As I said, guys, you don't need to eat this with anything else rather than what you cook in this steamed fish. That's good enough. So that's how I plate up my food, and have a look at how my fish look when I finish plating it up. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and click that notification button for the next video that is coming up. Love you for watching.